Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Wall Tutorials. I am GZ, and in this video we are going to do another battle against the Slime General, but this time I'm going to be using a Hyado based team. So I'm going to be using the exact same characters that I did last time, so God Hand, Archmage, Ranger, and also a High Priest, but this time I'm going to have them equipped with Hyado based weapons. So right here on my God Hand, I'm going to have on the Dragon Killer. So this has an ability that does, I believe, 520% Hyado physical technique damage to the enemy. I'm not sure, actually it's not going to matter too much for this particular battle. So in terms of Hyado weapons, I actually did try using the Asia Dragon Spear once, but that didn't actually do that much damage overall. So I decided to go with this one. Another weapon I could also go with is going to be the Okinawa Sword, because that does weapon damage, but I think this is going to work out for me well. Then here on my Archmage, I'm going to have on the Ocean Whip, so that's going to have the gigantic enchanted water sphere Kai. So that's going to do massive Hyado spell damage to an enemy, and also has a rare chance of charming an enemy as well. I'm not sure if any of these characters can be charmed, or enemies can be charmed, but it should be okay. This should work out well. Then next here, I'm going to have on my Ranger equipped with the Dimension Dragon Battle Fan. So with this, my strategy is going to be using Breath of Secrets to increase breath damage, and then after that, using the Ice Storm ability to do damage to all the enemies. So hopefully I'll be able to get some Shadow Binds in this particular battle. Then here, of course, going to have on my High Priest, and probably what I might do, very similar to the previous video, is I probably will use Encore with my Armamentalist, not Armamentalist, but my Archmage, since she will be able to do or has a chance to do multiple damage during the attack through echoes and also through double cast. So yeah, so that's going to be this particular Hyado based team. One other thing to mention is that the enemies here are going to all have different effectiveness to Hyado. The killer armor is going to be most effective again. Is going to be weakest to Hyado, while the devil armor on the right is going to be actually quite resistant to it. So that's probably the enemy that's going to go down last. But with that said, if you want to know more about the souls and equipment of this team, please look down in the video description down below. So I want to go into this battle, so that can be found in my ruler list right over here. So this particular Slime General battle is going to be a standard one, so items can't be used beyond their maximum allowable capacity. Deal with the World Tree, and Adult Leaf of the World Tree can only be used once during the battle. So with that said, here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So first is going to be my God Hand. So what I'll do here is I'm actually going to go and use Protective Shield. And then here with my Ranger, what I'll do is use Breath of Secrets to increase my breath damage. And with my Archmage, going to use Magical Awakening. Okay, ooh, nice God Guards right there. So here what I'll do is I will use Encore on my Archmage, and going to use Chant of Magical Echoes. So let's see what happens here. So probably going to, yes, so the Killer Armor, since Killer Armor is most susceptible to Hyado-based attacks. So here, hopefully I can actually get some Shadow Binds. We'll see what happens. Ooh, yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what I'll do here is I'll use Stemmy. And here, going to go... Actually, probably best to take out that killer armor. And here got an echo, and that's going to go on the slime general. There got boost to magical attacks. So here what I'll do, here I got a share. So with share, actually with this share what I'll do is I will actually use Skada. Increases everyone's defenses. And then here what I'll do is I will go and use Battle Demon Release, which may or may not be a good thing. And that was guarded. Oof. But I got a dual cast, so this is actually going to be really good. So hopefully I can get 4 attacks total. We'll see what happens. So 5,300. 5,000. So only 2 attacks there, so 10,000 damage. Including that, about 13,000. And, okay, so the armor was actually shadowbound. So that really helps me out there. If a Yonazun comes next... Oh, no, nothing there. Okay. So my God Hand's gonna go in. We'll see what happens. 15,000. Okay, good. And we'll see what happens here with Ice Storm. And down. And here's a spell crit. So 4,700. And also got a shadow, not a shadow bind, but a force break. So pretty much I have this in the bag. No problem. So, though it's going to be resistant to Hyado-based damage, and also have a pretty good guard rate, I should be able to take this devil armor down, no problem. And here comes another echo. Okay, hustle dance. Okay, no problem. Let's see if I can take her out right here. Yes. Okay. So again, Slime General is going to be a yellow soul. Here I got a D. Okay, so this Hyado team actually worked out quite well. I was able to take out the killer armor quite early, and that actually prevented the killer armor from using Nukanon, which would lower my defenses. Also, I made a decision with my High Priest to use a share to increase everyone's defenses, so that really helped out in battle as well. And then with my Archmage, I did get a double cast that actually worked out okay. I only actually was able to do 2 attacks, but I did get echoes here, so that really did work out. And then pretty much God Hand and my Ranger doing pretty consistent damage throughout the battle. So yeah, so this is going to be the Hyado team that I use for the Slime General. So speaking of the Slime General, I actually want to go over its S-grade soul, which can be found right over here. So the Slime General is going to be, of course, a yellow soul. So its main stats are going to be max HP, strength, also here plus 97 for durability, so that's good. And then also agility and dexterity, 118, 128 respectively, so that's actually pretty high too. So yeah, this is a pretty good soul for those stats. Then here for the abilities, we're going to have plus 7% to weapon and physical technique skill damage, plus 8% to shadow weapon and physical technique damage, plus 8% to Jibara weapon and physical technique damage, plus 10% damage to slimes, plus 10% resistance to sleep, and plus 10% resistance to curse. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good soul. I actually already have this on my not my battle master, but my god hand. So yeah, definitely this is a soul to definitely have, especially if you're going to go against slime type enemies and that are going to be weak to either Hyado or Jibadia. So definitely this is a soul to get. So it's already locked in, so you're going to close this. So with that said, I'm ending this video here. So for the next video on the slime general, I will be using a Jibadia based team. I haven't really thought of a strategy just yet, but definitely I'll come up with something by then. But yeah, so I'm ending this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.